Hey everybody, Kathy here, your travel time guru. Have you ever wanted to try staying in a hostel, but you're just not quite sure you know what it's about, what you need to bring? Well, stick around because today I'm going to be talking to you about all the things that I bring with me when I stay in hostels. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. This is Kathy here, your travel time guru. As a flight attendant, photographer, and frequent traveler, I'm here to share all those tips, tricks, and all my adventures with you. Coming to you today from Rome, Italy. I've been wanting to come here for a long time and I finally made it. We're going to talk about hostels today. So if you've ever wanted to stay in a hostel, I'm going to give you a list of some of the things you need to know. All right, so when you're staying in a hostel, you want to make sure you check the reviews. I use usually hostelworld.com for the most part. Sometimes I'll use hostels.com as well. They're both really great sites. They work the same way a lot of hotel sites do, in that you'll be able to put in where you're going, what days you're going to be there, and it'll bring up a map and show you all the places that are available. It'll give you ratings and you can read reviews. So for me, I'll usually filter the hostels that are listed. If they don't have a rating of 8 or above, I probably am not going to stay there. So I just get rid of them right off the bat. Anything that's 8, 9, or 10, I'm going to look at. You always want to make sure that you read through the reviews when it comes to hostels. My most important factors are always cleanliness, safety, and the staff. Those are the top things. Hostelworld rates a few other things for you so you can kind of see where they fall. As you read these reviews, please do take them with a grain of salt. Obviously, if there are 10 or 20 reviews that say it was too noisy or the staff was rude, you probably want to pay attention to those. But as the numbers grow, think that there are going to be some people who just aren't satisfied and they're going to complain about something for whatever reason. They're just not happy with what happened, how their trip went. Something else could be bothering them and they're kind of taking it out. So if those are kind of seem like isolated events or don't sound like all the other reviews, still consider them. But maybe don't put too much weight on them because you're going to want to make sure that it's a place that people have had good experiences at. So make sure you read those reviews. So we're going to real quickly just check out kind of what the hostelworld.com website looks like, since this is the one that I use most of the time. It's really simple to use, just like pretty much any website. You're going to search the location, the days that you're going. It'll match you with different hostels that are available. You can usually filter those by the ratings, which, like I said, if it's an 8 or a 9 or a 10, then I'll look at it. If it's not, I'm not even going to bother looking at it. So if you look down through these, now the way hostels work is it's a shared environment. So basically what they're doing is providing you a place to stay for cheaper, as if you were, renting a hotel room with 3 other friends and splitting it 4 ways. It's kind of the same principle, except you're staying with strangers. So that can kind of make it a little bit intimidating, but don't worry. When you look at the hostel, it's going to tell you a couple of things. It's going to tell you what rooms are available for the dates that you're looking for, and it's going to tell you what type of room. Now, the hostel that I'm staying at right now, Orsa Maggiore, is a women's only hostel. Now, there are not that many of them that I have come across. Maybe there are more and I've just never really bothered to look for them. It's really kind of a cool concept. You feel super safe. Boys can be messy. Sorry, boys. It's just nice to have an environment where, there's only going to be girls around. And other hostels may not be completely women only or men only, but a lot of times they do have rooms dedicated to female only, or it'll be mixed. So generally what you'll find is on the listing for each hostel, on the dates that you're searching for, is they'll tell you how many beds are in the room and whether it's a mixed or a female only room. If it is a female or male only room, it's noted there. I usually do try and book female only rooms just because I'm comfortable. I've been to hostels that don't have any. They're all mixed, and that's okay. I've definitely done that. I stayed in a hostel in Honolulu not too long ago, and that place was all mixed. There weren't any female dorms available for the days that I was booking because I flew to Hawaii kind of last minute. So You can take a look at these and it'll tell you some of them are rather large. They'll have 12 beds, 8 beds in a room, and then some of them can be small, even down to 2. Some hostels even have single bed rooms. So it will be just 1 bed or 2 beds. So the hostel I'm staying at is a 3-bed. This room has 3 beds. So you can see my bed is right back behind me. And then you have the beds of the 2 others right over there. Now, like I said, the top things I look for are safety, cleanliness, and the staff. The staff just makes or breaks things a lot of times because they are there to answer questions for you. Sometimes they're super informative and they'll help you a lot while you're there, especially if it's a foreign language country or a country you've never been to and you're not sure where to go. If you want tips on planning an upcoming trip to a location you haven't been to before, go ahead and check out the card up here, and that'll link you to my 3 steps to planning your perfect trip video. So check that out. So the other thing about staying in hostels, once you've found one that you feel comfortable and safe in, you're going to want to bring a couple things with you. And now these are things that you probably wouldn't think about if you were going to stay in a hotel. So the first is a lock. You want to make sure that you have some kind of a lock. You will almost always in every hostel I've stayed at have a place you can lock up your valuables, whether it's like a little locker style like the ones we have here, or I've seen like cage or boxes that slide in and out under the bed, but you want to have a lock for that. Just bring one with you. The second thing you want to always have are towels. Again, some hostels have them that you can kind of rent and use while you're there. The linens usually are included, but you want to make sure that you have a towel to use. So this is an example. These are microfiber towels. And what's great about them is not only are they thin and light and they don't take up very much space, but they dry super, super fast. I'll put an Amazon link down in the description for you, but this comes with 3 sizes. So there's like a bath towel size, a hand towel size, and then a washcloth size. And they roll up into this really nice little case. So it's all just about this big. How cool is that? So it rolls up and then you just pop that in your suitcase and you have plenty of towels to use. So that's awesome. The other thing that you must have is just a pair of cheap flip-flops. I bought these at Target for probably like $3 or $4, and I use them again when I go to the gym and swim laps. But also I bring them with me when I come on trips, especially when I'm staying in hostels. You want to use them, you're going to wear them in the shower, you're going to wear them all around while you're here at the hostel. Make sure you have a pair with you because, you know, when you're using a common area shower, even if it's just for your room. So as I mentioned, the hostels have different size rooms. So it could be a 12 bed, 8 bed, 4, 3, who knows? There are endless options out there. Sometimes they do have ensuite bathrooms, which means you only share a bathroom with your roommates that you're staying in the room with, but other ones have a common bathroom. The other things that I always have with me are just kind of comfort things. So this is a down blanket that I bought at Macy's, and once you squeeze all the air out of it, it actually folds down really small. So I love to travel with it. It's great for the plane, it's great for the hostel. I also always make sure I have my neck pillow, again, for the plane, but also for the hostel. They don't always have the best pillows, but I try and travel light, so I don't want to put my pillow in my suitcase because it just takes up too much room. So I always just have this with me, and I'll kind of use this in my bed. This one is memory foam, and I totally love it. So there's a list of some things that you need to have with you. And of course, here it is, your question of the day. If you stayed in hostels before, what are some of the things that you always need to take with you? Add to my list down in the comments. Tell me what it is that you have to have with you when you stay in hostels. And thanks so much for joining us today, all about hostels here at Travel Time Guru. If you enjoyed our episode today, make sure you give it a thumbs up, head down and subscribe, and sign up for those notifications by hitting the little gray bell. That'll let you know as soon as we send out any new content. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where I post tons of behind-the-scenes pictures. Anytime I'm off traveling, I'm always updating there. If you have any questions for future travel or future episodes that you'd like to see, any questions I can answer for you, head on down to the comments and just let me know. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. It's travel time.